Welcome, dear daughters. I complete with you simplifying surd. I am still in page 354. Now I'll solve with you some problems from exercise 3 star. We solved 3. Now I'll start some problems from exercise 3 stars. What are the problems I solve with you, inshallah? I solve number 1, number 3, number 6, and number 7. Okay. Also 8, 10, and 13. So from exercise 3 star, 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 13. Okay, let's start. Number 1, I want to simplify square root of 28. So I ask myself, 28, what are the factors of 28? We have 4 multiply 7. We can write them as separate roots, like this. Square root 28. 28 is 4 times 7. Square root of 4 times square root of 7 equals square root of 4 multiply square root of 7. Okay, and square root of 4 equal to square root of 7, still the same. So this is the simplification of square root of 28 to square root of 7. So again, square root of 28, change them into 4 multiply 7, square root of 4 separately from square root of 7, multiply them with each other. The answer square root of 4 equal to, the answer of square root of 7 is still the same. So the final answer is 2 square root of 7. Number 1. Exercise 3 star, page 354. Yes. Number 3. The same exercise 3 star. Number 3, simplify 5 square root of 80. 5 square root of 80. 5, I keep it as it is. Okay, what about the square root of 80? We can make it 20. Multiply 4, we can. And this is 5 square root of 20 multiply square root of 4. Yes. But this 20, I can change it into square root of 5 times the square root of 4 times this 4. Five still with me. Square root of 80, change it into 20 times 4. And then separate 20 in a separate square root and 4 in a separate square root. This is the 4. And the 20, change it into 5 times 2, 5 times 4. So this is 5 times 4 instead of 20. 5 instead of 25 times 4 and the square root of 4. Now, the answer of this square root of 4 is 2. Multiply by square root of 5, multiply by 5, multiply by 2. Sorry. You understand what happened? 5. About 80, I change it into 20 multiply 4. Separate square root for 20. Separate square root for 4. This 20, I can change it into separate square root of 5. Separate square root of 4. The 5 is still with me. And this square root of 4. Now, 5, the same. Square root of 5, the same. Square root of 4 equal 2. Square root of 4 equal 2. Let's multiply the whole numbers together. 2 multiply 2 equal 4 times 5 equal 20 multiply square root of 5. 20 multiply square root of 5. So, in question number 3, exercise 5 star. This is number 3. 5 square root of 80. 5 square root of 80. The final answer is 20 square root of 5. From where I get it, I change this 80 into 20 multiply 4. And this 20 into 5 multiply 4. Now I have 5 multiply square root of 5 multiply square root of 4 multiply square root of 4. Now 5 still 5, square root of 5 still square root of 5. Square root of 2 equal 2, square root of 4 equal 2, square root of 4 equal 2. Now multiply these whole numbers together. 2 multiply 2 multiply 5 equal 20 and the square root of 5. Nice problem. Okay. Now number 6. In number 6, subtraction. Square root 27 minus square root of 12. I can subtract them. I have to simplify each one of them first and finally simplify. Let's see. 27 comes from 3 multiply 9. You agree to make them like this? We can put them in the beginning under 1 square root, 3 times 9, and then split them into 2 separate square root. Minus, and make circle around this subtraction process. Square root of 12, we can make it square root of 4 times square root of 3. You agree? Now, square root of 9 equal 3. 3 multiply square root of 3 minus square root of 4 equal 2. 2 multiply square root of 3. Yes, now I can subtract because I have the same root. I'll write it just one time, square root of 3, and 3 minus 2 equal 1. So the answer, no need to write 1. The answer is square root of 3, like this. So again, in this form, I cannot subtract them from each other. In the beginning, I have to simplify 27 into square root of 3 times the square root of 9. And 12 into square root of 4, square root of 3. Now the answer of square root of 3 is 9 is 3 times square root of 3. We can arrange them. Minus square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 3. Now I have the same root, so I'll write it just one time. And the 3 minus 2 equal 1, no need to write 1 here. And this is question number 6, exercise 3 star. Attention. Question number 7, exercise 3 star. I have 4 square root 63 minus square root 28 plus 3 square root 112. I cannot add and subtract them in this form. I have to simplify each square root in the beginning and finally add and subtract. I prefer to make them aside. Find the simplification of square root 36, simplification square root 28, simplification square root 112, and then return again to solve them. Square root of 63 comes from 9 times 7. Okay, so now I have a square root of 9 times the square root of 7. Square root of 9 is 3, and square root of 7 is still 7 square root. So by this way I simplified 63. Now go to 28. 28 comes from 4 multiply 7. So I have square root of 4 times the square root of 7. Square root of 4 give me 2, and the square root of 7 still the same. What about 112? 112 is 7 times 16. 7 times 16. Okay, so I can make it 16 multiply square root of 16 multiply square root of 7. Square root of 16 is 4 multiply square root of 7. Okay, so take care. The simplification of square root 63 is 3 square root of 7. Simplification of 28 under square root is 2 square root of 7. Simplification of square root 112 is 4 square root of 7. Okay, let's rewrite the problem again. I have 4 multiply the square root of 63. Square root of 63 is 3 square root of 7. So I'll take this 4 multiply 3 square root of 7. And I have here subtraction. Square root of 28 is 2 square root of 7. So I'll write it 2 square root of 7 plus 3 multiply square root of 112 is 4 square root of 7. So times 4 square root of 7. You understand what happened? I write the simplification of 63, which is 3 square root 7. I write the simplification of 28, which is 2 square root of 7. I write the simplification of square root 112 as 4 square root of 7. Again, multiply the whole number. 3 multiply 4 equal 12 square root of 7 minus 2 square root of 7 plus 3 times 4 equal 12 square root of 7. Okay, look carefully. Now I have 12 square root of 7 minus 2 square root of 7 plus 12 square root of 7. So I'll write square root of 7 just one time. And what happened here? I have 12 positive minus 2 plus 12. So 12 minus 2 equal 10. 10 plus 12 equal 22. So I have 22 multiply square root of 7. So again, to solve this problem, I have to simplify each square root separately, as I did here. Find the simplification of square root 63, which is 3 square root 7. Simplification of square root 28 is 2 square root 7. Simplification 112 square root 4 times square root of 7. How I can find the factors of 112 by factorization? And here I remove square root of 63 and put its simplification. 3 square root of 7 and multiply 4 by 3 square root of 7, give me 12 square root of 7. You see, this is a part of 4 square root of 63. Minus square root of 28 is 2 times the square root of 7. Plus 3 multiply the simplification of 112, which is 4 square root of 7. So now 3 times 4 equal 12 square root of 7. Now I have 12 square root of 7 minus 2 square root of 7 plus 12 square root of 7. I'll write square root of 7 just one time as a common factor. And what left? 12 minus 2 plus 12. The final answer is 22 square root of 7. Important problems. I'm still with you in exercise 3 star, page 354 and 355. Okay, which problem we have now? I have number 8. In problem number 8, he said express as the square root of a single number. Express as square root of a single number. I have here 5 square root of 3. What I have to do, I want to return this 5 under square root again. So this 5 comes from square root of 25. Yes, the answer of square root of 25 is 5. Multiply by square root of 3. Now I can put both of them under 1 square root. 25 multiply 3 equal square root of 75. So again, express as the square root of single number. This 5, I return it again under the square root, so it will be square root of 25. Multiply by square root of 3, multiply by square root of 3. Take both of them under 1 square root, 25 multiply 3. So the answer is square root of 75. Now, solve number 10. 3 square root of 7. Also, he asked me to express as the square root of a single number. Express as the square root of a single number. This 3 comes from square root of 9. Multiply square root of 7. So, 9 times 7 equal square root of 63. Square root of 63. The last problem from exercise 3 star. I want to solve number 13. Just simplify, but I have fraction under the square root. Fraction under the square root. Number 13. Simplify. Square root and the fraction is 49 over 169. Okay, that's to say, I'll take the square root of 49 over square root of 169. Okay, as you know, what is the square root of 49 is 7. What is the square root of 169? Which number multiplied by itself give 169? It will be 13. 13. Okay, so the answer is 7 over 13, like this. I wrote the squares number before for you. Do you remember in the first term? or I wrote them again when I explained the square root. I wrote them for you, grade 9. And of course, you must know them, okay? So 169 is the multiplication of 13 times 30. So the simplification will be 7 over 13. Now I finished my lesson. I tried to solve more and more problems with you, and I want from you to solve this homework. I'll write the homework for you, and please, when you solve the homework, make a copy or take a photo from this homework and send it to me. When I receive all the homeworks, I'll send the answer for you. Homework from exercise 3, page 354, exercise 3, page 354. Please solve number 1, number 3, number 7, and 11. Like this. Exercise 3, page 354. You will solve 1, 3, 7, 11. Exercise 3 star in page 354 and 355. You will solve number 4, number 5, number 9, 12, and 14. Please try to solve them. They will not take a long time from you. I try to explain all the ideas you will find in your homework. Solve and take photo from your answer. Send it to me. Exercise 3, 1, 3, 7, 11. Exercise 3 star, 4, 5, 9, 12, 14. Thank you and best wishes.